How's it going, YouTube? It's KB Baby here, and today we're going to be talking about a YouTuber who is just surrounded in controversy every Thanksgiving, or fall it seems, and that's, of course, Turkey Tom, who is not a turkey at all, but transphobic, or maybe his girlfriend is, or maybe they're both transphobic together. Ugh. I shudder at the thought, that's for sure. And I wanted to make a video about this tweet that went viral on Twitter with the both of them because to be honest, it's been being blown way out of proportion, in my opinion, and I wanted to come to, defend my homeboy Tom, right? I wanted to suckle off the clout that he has, to be completely honest, it's also because I just think he's in the right, not everything, is a tactical business decision on the KB Baby YouTube channel. I know, if I was a real YouTuber like Turkey Tom, I would, suckle at the teat of clout whenever I had an opportunity, but something tells me this video is not going to be winning me any favors. Turkey Tom, for those of you who do not know, of course, is this documentary style YouTuber. You can probably tell just by the length of some of these videos, right? 40-minute plus, 30-minute plus. And he really just goes in depth onto like one or two topics and just breaks down and gives you the brass tacks, I guess is I think it's the phrase the people use, right? I don't know. And basically, he'll just go over the story, give you loads of context about what happened or a particular person or situation. And I have to admit, I've watched some of his videos, and I really like them. So, Lord forbid me for being a bit biased. I almost said forgave, For those of you who do not know, I cannot speak English. It's actually my second language. I'm lying to you right now. I just suck ass at speaking. So, whatever. Let's go over his controversies. The first one that I should, note is the D'Angelo Wallace one. This was when, people first started to call this guy, a Nazi, a white supremacist, and all these other horrible things. And to be completely honest with you, I have to admit, Turkey Tom has said the N-word before. I know. Calm down. Right? We're all adults here, hopefully. God forbid, you're a young person watching my videos. I shudder at the thought. I personally do. Turkey Tom has made jokes in the past that, cross the line, are a little controversial even. And to be completely honest, if I have to give you my opinion on comedy, I think, offensive humor absolutely has a place on the internet, especially ones that, target these controversial topics that are, at the center of our, political discussions and stuff. Not to, I know that's a very pretentious way of putting it, but, forgive me if I don't believe, a person saying the N-word, and this was, again, this controversy of him calling, he wasn't even calling people it, I don't think. He was calling himself an N-word. I'm pretty sure that happened 4 years ago in 2018, right? And it's I'm gonna need a lot more evidence that a person's a white supremacist than, sometimes he makes jokes about Jewish people, or sometimes he makes a joke about, says the N-word. And at the end of the day, are these good jokes? No. They're mostly shock value, especially in his older videos. I think, personally, he's gotten a lot better at, he doesn't really do a whole lot of comedy in his videos, but when he does it now, usually it's much more in line and much funnier than, he used to do, right? So, the other thing, of course, that Turkey Tom is well known for is the Pyrocynical controversy. This guy, this situation was not handled, extremely well. Some of Turkey Tom's points, I do believe, I have to rewatch all of this again. I'm not gonna rewatch, hours worth of video, an hour's worth of video to really, because he has a document that's not even in this, so I'm not going to do a couple hours of research just for something that's largely irrelevant. I'm just giving you the reasons why people hate him now, right? He basically alleged that Pyrocynical was a creep because he had some rather sexual conversations with a minor. Pyrocynical says he didn't know the age of the minor. There's some other stuff that goes into that. Again, this is a year or two removed. It says a year ago, but in 3 months it's going to be 2 years. I'd have to review everything from that situation to give you a much more detailed opinion on it all, in retrospect. But I do think that overall he should have, done it a little more tactfully, if I have to be honest with you. And I do think Pyro, I can't remember exactly, he did take one or two of his points out of context to make him look worse, but I could be misremembering all this if I'm being completely honest with you, but this is another reason why people hate him. So here it is, 1 year on estrogen, and it's Turkey Tom and his girlfriend. That was the joke. Now, I don't want to, front-load my opinion right off the bat, but this is fucking stupid. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. This is ridiculous, alright? I am a big fan of everybody, deserves to be made fun of. There's no sacred cows on the internet, and I've always have found it a little strange that there are people online who will always, this is what happened with Dave Chappelle, right? There are people that, they will say that they're trans advocates, all right? They're like, trans rights this, trans rights that. But when, when people want to make jokes about trans people, all of a sudden, they can't take a joke, right? Like, it always has this weird implication that trans people can't handle jokes being made about them. And I always feel like that's really fucked up in some sort of way. Like, honestly, even right here, the person says, I'm not trans, stop retweeting this. This was supposed to be just a joke about how they look similar, right? And of course it has a trans spin on it, right? But it wasn't supposed to be this whole transphobic thing, right? And because at the end of the day, it's just a fucking joke. And I know that I'm probably going to be saying that over and over again throughout the course of this video. But at the end of the day, what am I supposed to say? Oh, it's not a joke. These people are clearly, trying to oppress the trans community. It's like, why would I even say that? That's just a lie, right? So, obviously, things didn't go too well. This is just his Nick Diorio's Twitter. He's a friend of Turkey Tom's, but I do think that, for the most part, he's got it pretty down to, batten the hatches down, if you will, on this whole situation. Turkey Tom's girlfriend made a harmless joke about how she looks like a gender-swapped version of her boyfriend. That, of course, being I almost said Pyrocynical, but no, Turkey Tom. And it accidentally went viral. You see, 120 likes, it's almost getting ratioed. Not exactly, but, I hate the word ratio and the concept and stuff. But, it is almost accurate in this sense, right? Now there's thousands of trans people either threatening her life or encouraging self-harm, LMFAO. Maybe that just take a joke. Here's some tweets, obviously. I hope your white nationalist BF cheats on you and contracts a deadly disease and dies. See him laying on the ground dead. Delete your account. I'm dead serious. Fuck you and your ugly BF. I have to point out that Turkey Tom didn't even make this joke. This was just his girlfriend. He's not even associated. This is guilt by association. Some of these people don't even know that Turkey Tom, had these controversial things in his past, right? And they're still saying he deserves to die, right? It's crazy that just because somebody that person knows made a transphobic joke, that now you are part of the problem, right? Even though, again, Turkey Tom didn't make these jokes. It's absolutely insane to me. Of course, the pedo fan fiction, Nick Diorio says, is probably the funniest, and it says, it's always emos who date white nationalists, and I still don't see the crossover, to be honest. Though $10 says he's older than her by at least 5 years, and has been barking up her tree for at least 3 years before she turned legal. Holy shit, dude, go outside. That is a weird thing to say. Here's some other tweets, I guess. I get seeing, and being annoyed if you're trans, but I don't think Cal's intention was to insult an entire group of people, but, this is just so much worse than anything she's said, LMFAO. I bet none of these people will be suspended. I agree. I don't think any of these people will be suspended. Consider the following. Kill yourself. You'll kill yourself. Just people saying this person should kill himself. This is, actual... I feel on some level, this is actual harassment, right? I know people on social media sites pretend oh my god, woe is me, I'm being harassed when people criticize them. But this is legitimate. This is approaching it, right? I hope you have a terrible breakup and then your racist boyfriend dies. I hope your racist transphobe BF dies on the way. Transphobic. They don't even know that he's transphobic. I hope you all find out that you're related through and knowing that white people would probably stay together. Lol, I hope he dies. Fuck you. It's I gotta be honest, this sounds absolutely insane. You know, I don't know what else to tell you, right? Like, oh, you know, these people are justifiably angry. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, as a man, right? And I was touching on this a little earlier, and I was thinking in my head, did I make a really good point about that? So I'm gonna, you know, really drive it home for you in case I didn't, you know, get it across as properly as I would want it to. As a man, I am expected to take jokes about being a man. As a person that has Asperger's, am expected, and I should be expected, to be able to take jokes about my Asperger's. I am a tub of lard. I should be expected to have fat jokes be made about me. And you know what? The 50 tubs of lard that I ate on my way up here to record this video, you know what? They tasted awful, but I gotta keep this physique going, right? Obviously, there are things that you can't control, but you are expected to be able to take a joke about. Like, people's heights, men's height, that is something that is routinely joked about. And, like, you're expected to take it. And you should, to be honest, right? I'm a short motherfucker myself. I have to take the jokes. And I don't always like it, but that's just the way that's the cards that I was dealt. It's the hand I was dealt, and I gotta deal with it, right? Why is it that, you know, all of these, like, people, they jump into the front of the line of the jokes and be like, whoa, 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 you can't make jokes about trans people. Why is it the line being in the sand? Why is there a line being in the sand drawn when the whole point is that trans people are just like you and me and should be treated with respect and dignity? I mean, it seems like you're talking out both of your ends of your mouth if you're saying that, like, trans people need respect, but also you can't joke about them. It seems a little disingenuous, if I'm being completely honest, and I don't think, you know, it's particularly good. Here's some other schizos that are in the quote retweets. This is a transphobic slur. I'm not going to say it. The derangement in this tweet evoked is amazing. It's like they came across it hoping that they would, you know, be real, and even before they could emulate themselves, they'd be having hope evaporated by checking the replies and seeing it was a joke. This is a bit transphobic, honestly, like, actually transphobic. Because, again, this is apparently a transphobic slur. I learned that literally yesterday, and so it really came in clutch to know what it was, right? Cis people should die. This is another thing. Imagine if, like, this was the word cis was replaced with trans. Like, that would be utterly, these people would be banned. I pray for every cis person's downfall. It's just like, ugh. I thought this was for real, then I just like to find out it wasn't. Cis people pretending to be trans for a little joke like this, whether or not it comes from an innocent place, it's extremely weird and concerning. That's concern trolls. Fuck you. Don't fall for any concern trolls. That's stupid. Cis people are comfortable to use transitioning as a joke. Fuck you and your boyfriend. I hope you guys have the most tragic and heartbreaking breakup I've ever seen. I hope both of you never find peace or maybe even love again. Like, this is absolutely insane in my opinion, and it's like, what are, as, like, Turkey Tom, what's Turkey Tom supposed to do? Like, this is all on his girlfriend. Like, is he supposed to be like, sorry, babe, gotta break up with you because Twitter said so? Like, it's utterly insane to me, and I had to come to his defense because even though Turkey Tom has screwed up, the point of this video is that even though he's screwed up, and even if you dislike his girlfriend and stuff like that for the joke or whatever, it's like, this is all a little too far. And I feel like, you know, you have to be a little dishonest to say, like, listen, this was a transphobic joke. This was an attack on trans people. No, it wasn't. This was a harmless joke that was, you know, it had a, you know, I guess the best way I could describe it is had a trans flavor of the joke, you know, of obviously they were taking estrogen, but it was just that they looked similar, right? It's so crazy that you have to defend yourself from these, like, insane allegations of transphobia, white nationalist, and racism because, you know, Twitter doesn't know what a joke is. But they will joke about cis people and white people and how they should die all the time, right? It's like, it's such a dumb double standard, and it's like, obviously it's been like this for a while, and I hope that eventually that, you know, I got my phone just buzzed. But to wrap it up, I hope that eventually people can learn to, you know, be a little bit more mature about things that are obviously meant to be taken in jest. And with all that being said, I've been KB Baby. This has been a bit of a longer one. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be radicalized. And yeah, I'm signing off. Peace.